There is the famous chocolate factory. We'll be definitely coming back for that later. Hello people. It's not Alex James from Blur, it's Alex James from somewhere else. We are off on the road again, leaving the town of Shap right now after a nice sleep. Legs feeling a little fresher. 8 miles of us ahead today to a place called Orton. So let's get into it. What's really surprised me today is the fact that last night I had nothing left. After 20 miles, a mountain, harsh conditions, I honestly felt like I might never walk again. Went to sleep at 8 PM, slept through till 8 AM, I was finished. Yet today I've woken up, put my bag on, and we're going again. Now don't get me wrong, it hurts a lot. But I definitely feel better than I did yesterday. I definitely feel like I can manage the 4 hours ahead of us. It's really amazing what the human body can do from just a bit of kip. And that was sleeping in a tent too, with no airbed. Imagine we were staying in hotels. I'd be feeling like Superman right now. Honestly, this walk has this walk has been so remote. Like barely having internet for days. Only seeing 1 or 2 cars at the campsites. Rarely even finding a shop to buy food. You almost forget what a motorway is, you know? Because it's the polar opposite of that. It's the epitome of convenience. So that sign pointed us to Kirkby Stevenson, which is the next official stop of the coast to coast trail that we're on. But because we had a 20-mile day yesterday, we both thought it'd be better to have a shorter trip today. So we're going to stop at a place called Orton, I believe, which is 8 miles. Whereas to Kirkby Stevenson it's 18 miles, which is almost as long as yesterday. So yeah, we've opted for the easier route, which is alright sometimes. It's okay to take it easy some days. It's important actually. So we just bumped into a couple of Australian girls who we've met a few times on the trail now, and they were telling us that in the next town, the next stop, there's a very famous chocolate shop. Woo-hoo! You know we love a bit of chocolate. So yesterday, fish and chips was the motivation. Today, it's a bit of chocky. Nothing can stop me now. Now you've probably noticed from the change in landscape, but we are no longer in the Lake District. We are now walking across the Yorkshire Dales. So wow, just twisted my ankle there. Oh, that hurt. So yeah, there's going to be a lot less lakes, a lot less mountains, and a lot more sheep. Fun fact, but I was actually born in Yorkshire, but then I've spent most of my life living in Lancashire. So I guess I'm a bit of a crossbreed when it comes to that. Because if you're not from this part of the world, then you won't know that Yorkshire and Lancashire are actually rival counties. It's called the War of the Roses, with the white rose resembling Yorkshire and the red rose representing Lancashire. So yeah, I'm behind enemy lines right now, so I best be on my best behaviour. But don't worry, it's not a real war. We're not killing each other. It just gets a bit heated when it comes to things like cricket and rugby. I actually find people from Yorkshire some of the friendliest people you will meet. So I'm looking forward to that hospitality now we're arriving. Because it's been great so far in Cumbria. So more friendly people to come, which is always good fun. Because I grew up in the countryside in Lancashire, so this is very familiar to me, you know. The Lake District isn't. That sometimes I felt like I was in Iceland, not England there, whereas this feels more like home, you know. And I even said to Derek that growing up, because you're just used to that, you don't appreciate it, but it's until I spent a few years living abroad that I realised that some people would kill for this kind of nature on their doorstep, you know, and you see it through a new lens, which I think is great.
Excuse me.
Bless you. Bless you twice.
Yep.
Me, Derek and Andy have all said how much we've enjoyed today walking across the Yorkshire Dales. Like, it's just been so peaceful. It's hard to describe, you know, after the craziness of yesterday, climbing the mountain in the wind. This has been the perfect follow-up walk to just relax, take it in, take it easy. Like, we're about half a mile from our destination. It feels like we only just set off walking, which I think is definitely a good sign. Now we just need to find the pub that we'll be sleeping at tonight, or camping outside, should I say. Can anyone remember in primary school or whenever, as kids, you would pick the Buttercup and you would ask someone, do you like butter? And if they said no, and then you put the Buttercup under their chin and it'd shine yellow, you would say they're lying. Am I just making that up? That doesn't sound right. Somewhat along those lines. It's funny. That's every time I see Buttercups, I just think of that. We're a weird kid. Did anyone else do that? Please tell me someone else did that. And who doesn't like butter? So I actually picked a Buttercup to test my theory. So I love butter, okay? But I'm gonna say I don't because I'm lying, and then it should turn my chin yellow. Can you see that? Is my chin yellow? Am I lying? I don't know. The lighting I can't really see. Maybe it's true. Maybe it's not. Maybe I've been in the Yorkshire Dales too long and I'm slowly going mad. But don't worry, we're almost there. It's almost chocolate time. Love me some chocolate. And here we are in the small town of Orton. Now we need to find our pub. There is the famous chocolate factory. We'll be definitely coming back for that later. Just got to find this pub and pitch our tent first. So here we are at the George Hotel, and we're actually going to be camping in the beer garden, which is super cool. So we're going to head in pay now, get set up, and then yeah, that'll be us for the day. And there we have it. Tent, pub, sorted. So I've just checked online and apparently the chocolate shop shuts in an hour at 5 o'clock. So whilst the guys finish setting up the tent, I'm going to head over and take a look and get some supplies for later, because we don't know what we're doing for dinner yet.
Can I start off then? Can I have one of these Zombie ones?
So that was a bit overwhelming, a lot of choice there, a lot of chocolate. Like a kid in a candy shop. I just didn't know what to pick, so I decided to pick this one because it made me laugh. The Dubai chocolate. No, it's Orton chocolate. Milk chocolate bar filled with pure pistachio paste, phyllo pastry strands, white and milk chocolate with caramelized sugar and almond and coconut spread. Mmm! Exclamation mark. Now that sounds like a bit of me. And I actually haven't tried the Dubai chocolate yet, so this is exciting. I love pistachios, but I'm gonna wait for the guys because I want to share that with them. So we'll eat that later. I can see Derek coming over the horizon right now. So we're in the pub right now, and I think it's time to try Dubai chocolate, question mark. No, it's Orton chocolate. I've got Derek with me here as well, we're going to give it a little taste. Let's do the whole, what these TikTok influencers are doing. Look at that, boys. I'll try some first. Chin chin. Oh wow. That is good. Tastes like galaxy to me. You're not a fan?
Not even average.
Wow.
You know what would be better?
What?
Irish chocolate.
Come on. I'm about to say the chocolate must be amazing in Ireland.
It is good, but it's actually quite nice. It's one of those things like the reputation.
Oh yeah, it's not as good as what people make out.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, this isn't Dubai chocolate, it's Orton chocolate.
It was nice.
What would you give it out of 10?
Definitely an 8.